high hit, leaving the 6th.
Ritger makes his first drastic mistake of the day. He's been around the pocket the first 2 games in all 5 frames of this match, but he can see the ball pulled well inside the second arrow. About the 14th board he hit on that. Had no chance to keep in the pocket. Heck, got a good break by not getting a split. Routine spares 6-pin.
Recapping the first 2 games, Ritger, who is bowling now as we look at the score sheet, trailing by 21. He won his first game 217 to 207 over Dave Beckman, then came back to defeat Henry Gonzalez 235 to 209.
Although both these players have different styles, you can notice both how they loft the ball about 2 or 3 feet out of the lane. That's lifted out. They don't throw it out there. They lift it.
Strike in the 7th for Ritger. 21 pins separating these 2 pros. A total of 35 titles between these 2, Nelson.
You got it. And this man's going to win a lot more.
To the 6th, a strike in the 7th.
Look at that loft on the ball and a tremendous spin. You see that rotation? It's not even halfway down the lane. It's already turned over 10 times on a slick lane. Now watch the 6-pin lay right up against the 10. A little luck, but a lot of that was created by his power.
His name on the pennant, the avid New York Ranger fan. He pointed out, Nelson, that last week when he was on, the Rangers came back the same day to defeat the Islanders 7-2, and he hopes they'll do the same thing in Los Angeles tonight. 31 pins. Once more, Mark Roth and Ritger is up. He has a strike working, shooting in the 8th frame of the semifinal game.
With that speed that Roth just used, I venture to say that nobody on the tour would consistently carry that particular strike. He just shredded the rack like they weren't even there. Ritger was back to the wall, trailing by 31, 8th frame. Strike working.
So it's a double for Dick Ritger, our statistician Palmer Fowdren.
And as I said, Chris, the tournament goes 42 games. We had 18 games of qualifying. You can see the 3 different leaders: Tommy Enright, Les Zykes, Mark Roth. Then after 8 games of qualifying, finals, Frank Ellenberg and Dick Ritger, who's in there. And finally, the ultimate leader so far, who still has to bowl 1 more game, my little brother.
And his older brother must be saving himself for St. Louis a week from today. Is that right?
Well, hopefully I can do better than I did here. Ritger with a chance to move the match down to 11 pins.
Beautiful professional bowling on the Pro Bowlers Tour. Joe Antonora,
Commissioner of the PBA. He's the man who puts the thing together.
All of us at ABC Sports send our sincere sympathy to the Elias family in Akron, Ohio, with the death of George Elias, the great dad of children, including the founder of the PBA, our friend Eddie Elias. We're really sorry.
Disappointment to all of us, Chris. Eddie Elias, such a great man, and his father, such a powerful, strong man. He was really one of my good friends. Used to give me arm wrestling tips. Run it again.
All right, now, a close semifinal game. The winner to meet, Neil Burton for the 15 grand. Cross lane for Roth. Spare in the 9th frame. 198 to 8.
Mark Roth going at a 2:38 pace. Ritger right now at a 2:28 pace. We have all sorts of possibilities of a tie. Mark going back to look at the official score sheet held by Frank Esposito. The situation is this: Roth with 3 strikes in the 10th would just force Ritger to throw 3 strikes in the 10th, and once again we could have a tie. The possibility is still there. Roth going at 2:38. Best he can do is 2:48.
Leaving a 10 pin, and on this pair, though, he averaged 189.
That's amazing. After the big average he shot all week, Mark actually knocked down more pins than anybody in the tournament, but he didn't win as many match play games. So right now his back's to the wall because he is leading the match by 9, but a spare strike will give him 237. Ritger could still win the match with 2 strikes. It's It's important that Mark Roth take his time on this shot. If he strikes on this shot, he forces Ritger to get 2 strikes to beat him. If he doesn't get a strike, Ritger only needs a strike and 9.
You can watch the heads in the audience as they turn to the overhanging score sheets here on this very close match. And Roth with a 237. So now it's up to Dick Ritger.
Ritger must strike on this ball. If he strikes and gets 9s, if he strikes on this ball, gets 9 spare, we have a tie. If he gets 2 strikes, he's the winner.
Murmur now.
What a great clutch shot. He needs 1 more strike to defeat Mark Roth. If they get 9 spare, we have a tie, 2-frame roll-off. We haven't had one this year. It's a great possibility right here.
And the winner to go into the final for $15,000 against Neil Burton. This man has been incredible with a smile. He has won 3 games in a row. Dick Ritger averaging .233, and now he will meet 32-year-old Neil Burton, Nelson Burton Jr.'s little brother.